Christian asks, stupid question warning, but are there any supercharged skis that you can just turn the supercharger off and on? How many of you guys remember The Road Warrior with Mel Gibson? All right. That's effectively the Mad Max movie that most people remember as Mad Max because that's the one that was sold internationally, came to the States. The original Mad Max is a very young Mel Gibson, and he's kind of a future police officer in Australia. And his wife and young son get run down by, this biker gang. And so Max becomes Mad Max. He goes on this vengeance and starts killing the bikers. All right. Well, they're not bikers. They're, they drive all sorts of different cars and things like that. But in The Road Warrior, which we all know as Mad Max, he's driving the XB and he's got he's on the right-hand side because he's Australian. And his dog, he's got obviously a blue heeler with a bandana around his neck, sitting in a shotgun seat. And he's trying to chase this guy down, and he reaches over to the shifter and he hits the button. And all of a sudden the camera goes to the front of the car, and they mocked it up. It's fake. That's one of my favorites. Is like, oh dude, the supercharger kicked on. No. To your answer, the answer is no. Superchargers are crank driven. Root style superchargers are typically always driven by a belt, and centrifugal superchargers are driven mainly. If you get like a Paxton or a Vortec, that's a belt drive, but a shaft drive or gear drive, that also is, like obviously Sea-Doos and Yamahas are gear shaft driven. Now, I have seen guys who cheat with a turbo. And how they cheat with a turbo is that they can computer control the blow-off valve on turbo, which means that the blow-off valve is open. Just completely opens up. And so all the boost that's generated by the turbo system is being scrubbed off by the blow-off valve until it's engaged. I've seen it on some really high-dollar things. I've seen it in some really high-dollar applications. I have not seen it on a jet ski ever. When it comes to jet ski superchargers, the clutch technology is not there. There's no way to disengage and then engage, because once you engage, you're having a problem of clutches locking up. You can't do tooth to tooth. You'd shear the teeth right off. So you can't do a gear drive. It would have to be clutches. And you'd have to have a dog gear. You'd have to have something to engage that clutch at speed. And the problem is that if you were to do that, and all of a sudden all that centrifugal boost goes blowing through the throttle body, you would have to have your injectors. You'd have to have two sets of injectors. So there would be, you could run with multiple duty, adjustable duty injectors, or you could just run two injectors per cylinder. And that second injector is dumping way more fuel in order to counter all the extra boost. But really, there just isn't a functional on-switch supercharger. There just isn't. The potential is there. It's just making the system work. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out. This clip was taken from our weekly podcast that we record here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch the whole video, you can go to the Watercraft Journal's YouTube channel, go to playlists, and then click on live sessions. You're going to see it there. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. And again, thanks again for watching our videos, and we hope to see you soon.